together, the lips or the tongue in the back of the teeth, or something gets obstructed in your throat, something comes together. So we have pairs of consonants. And the first pair is the P and the B. They're made exactly the same way. They're bilabial, the lips come together. But the P is unvoiced, which means your vocal cords do not vibrate. The B is voiced, which means you can actually touch your throat and you can feel the vocal cords vibrating. So we have two categories of consonants, unvoiced and voiced. On top of that, the P in English is different from the P in Vietnamese because the P in English is aspirated in the beginning of a word. There's a big puff of air. So for example, P, you can actually hear the puff of air in the microphone, right? P. And in Vietnamese, I don't think you do that. I don't think you have the explosive puff of air, right? So, P, boat. And boat is not aspirated, and it's voiced, the B. Now, we have an aspirated T, and it's unvoiced, T. Do you hear the, you can actually test, you can put your hand here, and you can feel the puff of air, or you should feel it. T. Do you feel it? Good, then you're pronouncing it correctly. Now that's at the beginning of a word. It's a little bit different at the end of a word. So we have T and dog. Made exactly the same way. The tongue touches T, the upper ridge behind the teeth, right? So everything's in the same position in the mouth. It's just voiced, unvoiced, and one is aspirated. Now, cheese. That's unvoiced, and June. Now, cheese, I think it's the same sound you have because it's one of my favorite dishes here is bún chả, right? I love bún chả. So it's the same sound, right? Cha. I think it's the same sound if I'm pronouncing it correctly in Vietnamese. So cheese and June. Now, these two are also paired. Car. And that is also aspirated. Car. And that's made in the throat. There's an obstruction in the throat. And that's different too, because in Vietnamese, I don't believe you have that strong puff of air, right? Car. And go. So the K, cup is unvoiced, the go is voiced. And you can feel the vocal cords vibrating. Fly. Video. And you see they're made the same way. The teeth dig into the bottom lip, right? Fly, video. Okay, they're paired. Now this is the most challenging pair. We have think. You must, and I know you've been to many of my workshops, you must stick out your tongue. It's not a very nice thing to do or very elegant, but it only goes out for just very quickly. You must see your tongue. You can practice in the mirror. And just blow out air. Think. Okay, yes, very good. I can see your tongue. Okay, that's good. All right, now the this, oh my goodness, you can even hear the vibration in the microphone. It's made the same way. You must stick out your tongue, but the vocal cords vibrate. This. Good, okay. And now we go on to C and zoo. Can you hear the vocal cords vibrating with zoo? Okay. Shall and television. They're also paired. Everything's the same. When you pronounce it, it vibrates. Television. Okay. Men. Now. Sing. Now that I expect all of you to say perfectly because you have this sound at the beginning of words, right? The NG, and I can't say it at the beginning. It's very challenging. It's very hard. So you should be able to say this one perfectly because you have lots of practice. Isn't it one of the most common sounds in Vietnamese? Okay, sing. Sing. Oh, that was very good. All right, and hat? Hat. Love? Love. Red? Red. Wet? Wet. And yes? Yes. Okay, so those are all the possible vowels and consonants. So let's move on. Today, as I mentioned, this is our 7th workshop, and each one is different. Today we're focusing on vowel sounds, long and short. So, we have this read, heat, meet, seat, seen, feet, that we call our long I sound, E, E, okay. So, let's try this. Read, can you pronounce after me? Read. Read. Heat. Heat. Meet. Meet. Seat. Seat. Seen. Seen. And feet. Feet. Okay, that is a diphthong, right? It's not feet, it's feet. Seat, it slides, so it doesn't stay at the same level. And Vietnamese is a little bit more staccato than English. So in English, especially with these diphthongs, you broaden the vowel sound. It's not, it wouldn't be, let me read this. Please eat the meat and the cheese before you leave. Now, I've worked with many Vietnamese students, over the past 2.5 years, and sometimes they flip it. Please eat the meat and the cheese before you leave. No, in English, you lengthen, broaden everything, right? Not the, because that's staccato. Okay, so let's try this. I'll repeat it one more time. Please eat the meat and the cheese before you leave. Now your turn. Okay, that sounded great. Now, for those of you who attended previous workshops, you know that I always ask for volunteers so we can just check. So you have your very own microphone, and who would like to read that line? A great opportunity to get feedback and improve. So we're here to help each other. Who would like to read that? Oh, I don't want to have to call on any. Oh, great. Okay, I love volunteers. Okay, here we go.
Please eat the meat and the cheese before you leave.
That was excellent. Very good. Okay. Who else would like to read this one? I may call on a few of you. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Please eat the meat and the cheese before you leave.
Okay, that was excellent. Your vowels were great, but I didn't hear please and cheese. Try one more time.
Please eat the meat and the cheese before you leave.
That was great. Yes. So the consonant endings. Okay, here. Great. This is how you get better.
Please eat the meat and the cheese before you leave.
Very nice diphthongs. Okay, that was well done. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, the short I. We have in, bit, this, give, sister, will, city. So those are shorter, right? Shorter, no diphthongs. So let's try the sentence. My sister Linda will live in the big city.
My sister Linda will live in the big city.
Okay, how about some volunteers for this one? That's how you, oh great, see that's how you get better. Practice makes perfect.
My sister Linda will live in the big city.
Good, yes, that was excellent.
My sister Linda will live in the big city.
Good. And maybe just a little stronger G, big. I didn't quite hear the end. Your vowels are great.
Big.
Yes, yes, much better. Yes, that was great. Okay, all right. Let's go on now to the A sound. Late. Gate. Baked. Fail. Main. Braid. Wait. So that's a long vowel, and again, there's going to be a diphthong, right? So stretch it out. So let's try this. Jane's face looks great for her age of 88. Okay, try that. Okay, it's the volunteers, so we can hear you individually. It's A, or A. Who would like to try that? Anyone? How about you?
Jane's face look great for her age of 88.
Yes, your vowels were great. Let's hear face.
Face.
Good. And age.
Age.
Yes, the j is a hard sound. That was, the vowels were great. Good diphthongs. The j is a troubling sound for many Vietnamese speakers. J. There's a lot of energy that goes into it. If not, it sounds like the je, which is very French. Like je actually means I in French, and that's a common sound in French. But in English, you have to give it a lot of force. Je. Yeah, there's energy behind it. Okay, let's go on to the next one here. This is the short E. We have let, get, end, any, fell, bread, men, said. Okay, so short, right? Not a diphthong. I went to Texas for my friend's wedding. Okay, who would like to try this one? We have some hiding in the back here. Let's see. Yes, great. Okay.
I went to Texas for my friend's wedding.
Okay, good. Yes. Yes. I have nothing to say to you to improve it. It was very good. Okay, yes.
I went to Texas for my friend's wedding.
Also, very good vowels. Yep, nice and short. Okay. One more before we move on. Anyone? How about you? Right in front.
I went to Texas for my friend's wedding.
Okay, Texas.
Texas.
Do you know where Texas is? It's very far south, right? And it's in the center of America, in the south. Houston, Dallas. Okay, that's Texas. It's a big state. All right. Now the A as in a. Last. Apple. Add. Can. Answer. Class. The handsome man lost his baggage after his travels. Okay, so all So who would like to try that? Some volunteers? Yes.
The handsome man lost his baggage after his travels.
Lost his baggage.
Baggage.
Very good. Yes, excellent. So the vowels were great. Just baggage. Okay, good. Anyone else would like to try that one? How about you? Oh, here, you raised your hand.
The handsome man lost his baggage after his travels.
Good. That was very good. And then how about you now? Okay.
The handsome man lost the baggage after his travels.
Baggage.
Baggage.
Yes. And handsome man. We have to know how to say that. Handsome man.
Handsome man.
Okay. That's going to be important. Okay. All right. So let's go on here. Now this is the ah. So this is what the doctor has you say when he looks down your throat. Ah, or maybe a dentist, right? Ah, okay. So very wide open. Stop. Lock. Farm. Want. Army. Possible. Gaunt. Okay. John is positive that his car was parked in that lot. Okay, and volunteers who would like to try this? Any hands? No? Do I have to call? Here, how about you? Yes.